Tina Brown's vivid biography of the Princess of Wales, The Diana Chronicles, is, many of its fans would say, one of the great royal books. Now Brown is back with a new royal tome, The Palace Papers, which will likely become required reading for gossip page addicts and royal historians alike. Among the bombshells in Brown's book are the revelation that his then-girlfriend Cressida first encouraged Harry to get therapy after he poured out resentments to her, and that he was hooked up by MI6 with world-class therapists used to helping spies recalibrate after dangerous missions, as a result. However, Cressida got tired not just of life in the media spotlight but also of Harry's endless complaints about the press and date nights consisting of little more than watching Netflix at his messy home, and ended the relationship. It is said Cressida says that Harry's resentment towards the press meant that instead of going out and living the glamorous lives two wealthy 20-somethings might enjoy, according to Miss Brown. She writes that there was tension between Prince Charles's two sons long before Harry met Meghan Markle. The author says the couple became drunk on a shared fantasy of being the instruments of global transformation who, once married, would operate in the celebrity stratosphere once inhabited by Princess Diana. She described the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as being addicted to drama and says Harry has been completely and utterly taken over by Meghan and his whole personality has changed. She accuses the couple of living in a bubble of wellness quackery inspired by Gwyneth Paltrow's luxury lifestyle brand Goop. I do question how it will end, Ms. Brown says. Maybe he'll wake up and realize he's living in Goop and he has to get the hell out, go down the pub and see his friends. Another news, Piers Morgan did not hold back and told radio host Julia Hartley-Brewer about how he would interview Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and the questions he would ask them. Mr. Morgan claimed that the only reason they are holding on to their royal titles is for the money they can earn from having them. He then went on to criticize the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's push for people to live more environmentally lifestyles, all whilst flying around in Elton John's private jet. Ms. Hartley-Brewer said, "Would you want to interview Harry and Meghan? I mean, hey, everyone else has. What would you ask them?" Mr. Morgan told TalkTV, "I would do a proper interview with them, a proper one, not a Oprah one or with James Cordon on the bus in Hollywood, where they all say nice things to each other. I would say this to them, fundamentally I'd say this: you're entitled to lead your lives how the hell you like. But the reason the title issue that Trump praises is so significant, I think, is if you're called the Duke and Duchess of Sussex." Mr. Morgan added, "If you genuinely have a problem with all this racist, callous royal family and the appalling institution of the monarchy that you had to leave the country to flee these ghastly people, why would you keep the royal titles?" And we know why. They keep the royal titles because they're making hundreds of millions of dollars from companies like Netflix and Spotify and others, exploiting their royal status. Without those titles nobody would pay them $1, so they want to have their royal cake and eat it. And they're also the type of people, they in a way represent the very worst in the woke culture, where they want to have the right to preach to us all the time. Mr. Morgan said, about things they themselves never do, so they preach to us about carbon footprint and they do it from Elton John's private jet, which is they've been using as a taxi service. On the day that she had her $500,000 baby shower in New York, they actually put a tweet out about the need to remember poverty. I mean, you couldn't make this stuff up. Harry last week, he couldn't go to Prince Philip's memorial, but he could somehow find it in him to go to his own event in the Netherlands round the corner. He starts preaching about equality, equality. This is a guy born into privilege and wealth. The TalkTV host dedicated part of his introductory speech at the start of his show to further hit out at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry for their preaching since quitting the royal family. Many royal experts have been criticizing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for their decisions to sign mega multi-million-dollar deals with media giants Netflix and Spotify. Pauline McLaren, a professor of marketing and consumer research in the School of Management at Royal Holloway, told, "It does seem that Harry and Meghan may have overextended themselves in terms of the Netflix and Spotify deals, although, of course, we have to recognize that producing content does not just happen overnight and high-quality programs will take many months/years to generate. However, they do seem to be involved in so much at present, building a media empire with insufficient foundations, that it's hard to see where their focus really lies. Certainly, there is a lot of doubt now surrounding their abilities to produce content at the level and quality required for both media outlets,